In this video, we'll explore how plump facial features reveal some surprising secrets about your energy and endurance levels. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, so today we're going to talk about plump features, what that means, what element it relates to, and how this is applicable to your life if you have plump features. So the baseline idea is plump features, that means a plump nose, plump cheeks, a plump chin. Anything that's plump, that looks squishy on the face, is indicative of the earth element. So when we think about that, the elements are symbols. We want to understand the symbolic representation of what that element means. So the earth element is very important in Chinese medicine. The earth element houses the energetics of the spleen and stomach. It's about how well we digest our sustenance, our food. It's also about how well we digest life, our experiences, how well we digest relationships and friendships. It's about digestion, not just of food, but of the aspects of life that are a little more abstract as well, that don't necessarily relate to sustenance. So the spleen and stomach also regulate our immune system and how well we convert energy from our experiences into something relevant. So with all of that being said, five-element theory is pretty central to Chinese medicine. If you go online and you look up the five-element wheel, you will see it presented in a circular fashion. And that circle is usually indicative of the creative cycle. The inner arrows are indicative of the destructive cycle. So on the outer edge, you have fire promotes earth, earth promotes metal, metal promotes water, water promotes wood, wood promotes fire, and so goes the cycle over and over again. Now that's the modern, what they call traditional Chinese medicine model. But if you look at the classical model, classical Chinese medicine, which has much more shamanistic roots and I would say is more accurate and true to the original ideology and philosophy, the earth element sits at the middle. And what that means is that this earth element is in the middle, the other four elements flank or surround it. And so what that means is that the shared common ground of all the elements is earth. And this points to something. The earth is the central cogwheel from which all of the other elements operate from. If you have strong earth, the other elements are likely to be more readily balanced. They're easier to balance collectively in your life. So in face reading, plump features relates to this element, which means we're going to see endurance, long-lasting, long-standing energy. Now, wood energy is much more intense with like shorter spikes. You want to think of the earth energy as the low and slow cooking method. You want to think of it as slow and steady wins the race. So you want to start thinking in those terms too, say how you approach your work, how you approach your job, how you approach relationships. Low and slow, steady, endurance. You want to have this long view, long approach, because plump features say that you have the capacity to be in it for the long game. It's a very good trait to have. So you want to think plump features, there's a low and slow, long-standing energy that you're capable of. Now in terms of body morphology, which deviates a little bit from face reading, you're also going to see people with thick, broad musculature, thick forearms, a thick back, muscular legs, muscular calves. Anytime we see big, thick musculature anywhere on the body, we're also going to see the earth element. Now these people typically usually have a pretty strong immune system because the spleen and stomach relate to our immune function as well. So these big plump features, they say these people, if they get sick or if they get like a really debilitating illness, the prognosis is usually often good for them because they have this thick, sort of hardy constitution. So keep that in mind. And in terms of a celebrity that you can kind of associate that has very plump earth features is Mario Lopez. So if you look at him, he's a lean guy and he works out and he's well muscled, but he's got really plump cheeks. He looks like a little chipmunk. I mean, a very studly, handsome Mexican chipmunk, but you can see those plump earth features. And I haven't done a face reading on him, but my guess is that man has ample energy. He's probably got a ton of energy at his disposal. He's also got a pretty cut jaw. But that's just a face to look at in the everyday world of someone who's got a lot of earth, especially in their cheeks. So again, if you have these plump features, I want you to pay attention and think about your relationship to the slow drip method in terms of endurance application in your life. You want to think, you have that ability to kind of pull something for long periods of time. You have long-standing energy, and that's going to suit you well in business endeavors or things where the long view and the long game is necessary, because you're going to need to put out a lot of energy slowly over a long period of time. So keep that in mind if you're seeing those plump features. Look at the people in your life, consider these things, ask questions, check in with people and see if this is true for them. And sometimes other features will negate this to a degree, but the earth element is very important in Chinese medicine, as all of the other elements are as well. But the earth is the central cogwheel, so keep that in mind. Take care.